Hey guys, welcome back. Been too long, but hey, we're here. My buddy Dan the other day was like, "Hey, let's talk about Ark in the Black," and I was like, "Hey," and I never got back to him because I'm a terrible, terrible person.
I fight for the greater
But I
good.
figured instead of just trying to like chit chat about him, why don't we learn about him through Total War Warhammer? I thought that was fun. Um, let's look through Ark in the Black's faction. He does have the recruitment of vampire counts or vampire count units, not all of them, just some of them. Um, he does get negative relations with Tomb Kings because his ultimate goal is to resurrect Nagash, and well, Tomb Kings really don't like that, considering Nagash destroyed their whole civilization. He does get positive relations with vampire counts, which big whoop until they put the Marshes of Madness in and add the Strigoi Empire. Um, you're so far away from the vampire counts, it doesn't really matter that much. I really think that should also be the Vampire Coast. Um, no reason why it shouldn't be, in my opinion. Um, Winds of Magic plus 10 for all armies, so that's really nice. And then Vampiric Corruption does not affect his public order, which is really nice when you get to the Black Pyramid of Nagash, which basically pumps out Vampiric Corruption like crazy. That's nice that that does not affect your public order negatively. Um, and then his heroes in his army get plus 5 melee attack and defense. Okay, Arkhan the Black has spent millennia searching for the relics left behind by his master Nagash. The hunt has not been in vain, however, for the time has come to unite these remnants of the great necromancer. Yet the resurrection will not be enough. The greatest gift will be a world already succumbed, an empire of undeath. Best start with these questing Bretonnian irritants. So, our first enemy, if you couldn't tell from this little excerpt here, is going to be Bretonnian Crusaders, and we're going to try and put them to the sword as quickly as possible. Um, don't want knights rampaging all over the place, it'd be awful. And I am going to let our dear old advisor kind of give us a little rundown of what's going on in Arkhan's neck of the woods.
Arkhan, the world resides in turmoil. Our enemy's weaknesses are exposed. The followers of Nagash stand ready to do your bidding. The Knights of the Flame invade in some petty errantry war. Such fools should perish beneath the burning sun. The harsh environment of the desert claims many souls and cities beneath its sands. In exile, your tower has also succumbed to others. Reclaim it and grow your master's followers. With such a force behind you, search out your master's fabled books throughout the world. They are artifacts of immense power and are the key to the Black Pyramid and the great necromancer's return. Lich King, your path is clear. Unite with your master and let the world tremble once more.
Alright, cool. So, if you couldn't tell, Arkhan's main goal is to resurrect Nagash. This is basically Nagash's right-hand man, um, and he will stop at no lengths to make that happen, basically. Um, so this is main rules for all Tomb Kings here, but I'm going to go through it really quick. The Books of Nagash, scattered far and wide throughout the world, the Books of Nagash, once collected, will grant you great powers and unique rewards. We'll look at those here in a second. Day of Awakening, that basically just means that Tomb King units are free to purchase and upkeep, but the trade-off is their buildings are exceedingly expensive, and their economy stinks. So it really helps to get trade agreements and sack as many cities as you can. Dynasties, basically you have to research new heroes to get further hero capacity. So whether it be the Tomb Princes, the Lich Priests, or the Necrotexts. And those are also free to recruit, which is nice. And then the mortuary cult, you get canopic jars, and you can use those canopic jars in along with different types of resources, and create different types of items, which I'll show you here in a second. The Shadowed Realm. Arkhan spies the parched lands in need of taming. He shall bring them into shadow. It is a desert of the dead that should answer not to a Tomb King, but a Lich King. And on the horizon is Khemri itself, where Setra sits smug on the throne. His time will come. Alright, so let's go first through the Books of Nagash. Then we'll go through the Mortuary Cult. Then we'll probably research. We'll look at our diplomacy. We'll start recruiting some guys. And then I might actually call it here, just make it a super short intro video. And then we'll go from there. So the Books of Nagash. Arkhan already actually starts with one. Which one do I have? I forget which one he has. Collected. Yeah, the 9th book. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it allows you to recruit vampire count units. Big deal. I am going to go through these, but only because my buddy Dan really wanted to know about the Books of Nagash. But basically, what these do is they give you different power-ups, right? So this one is super good. Army capacity +1. This is the 5th book of Nagash. Unit capacity for Tomb Guard with halberds and skeleton chariots +5. But what you have to do is normally you have to beat an army or occupy a settlement. So this one is really good too. Canopic jars +10 a turn, research rate +10. But you have to you have to take over Carrick 8 Peaks, which is all the way over there, which is craziness. But then, like this one, Nicolander, the Blade of Scalaril, he is Eyes of the Jungle, so it's just, the red and black shields, those are, what do they call those? Mercenary armies, rogue armies. So you go kill this rogue army, you get this book. So I'll read this first little snippet here. We'll just read the one that Arkhan has for now, and then we'll go through the others later. But this is you know what? Let's start with the first book, only because it tells the story of Nagash from the beginning, in obviously tiny little excerpts, but it's really, Nagash is a really cool character. And like I said, Arkhan's his right-hand man, so it feels right to go through these. Firstborn of King Ketep, Nagash was overlooked for succession and forced to join the mortuary cult. He swiftly rose to become a powerful high priest, but envy of his brother, who succeeded their father as king, burned within Nagash like a brazier coal. Seizing his opportunity, he entombed his brother Thutep alive and claimed the throne for himself. Thus began Nagash's reign of sorcerous terror. So in Khemrian society in Warhammer, the second-born would actually succeed the king, not the firstborn. The firstborn would become normally a very high-ranking, if not the highest ranking, which is what Nagash became, priest of the mortuary cult. So, interesting little tidbit there. And then let's go through the mortuary cult. You can buy. So, with Tomb Kings, you need to increase army capacity by either researching it or buying it. And as you can see, it does cost 800 canopic jars and 10,000 gold, so it is quite a lot. You can also create, there are, four different units you can create. I mean, that's cool. I mean, it costs a lot of gold plus a lot of canopic jars. But, I mean, these guys are decent. The Venom Knights of Asaph. And then, you craft different weapons, different armor, enchanted items, and talismans. And arcane items. So it's pretty cool. Especially like this one's really good. This one you can give you and your allies 66% magic resistance, and you get 12 winds of magic, which is really nice. So let's go to Arkhan. Okay, so he's got 2 crit ghouls, skeleton spearmen, 2 skeleton archers, fellbats, tomb scorpion. Let's look at
Relations with
our...
foreign powers may be
Okay,
managed.
yes, thank you. Okay, so we're at war with the Knights of the Flame, who are these guys right here, right above us. And I let him say it himself. I love Cetra. And then, okay, these guys are right next to us. Let's see if...
Make your proposal. My longbeards grumble, so make it quick.
Okay, he's so grumpy all the time.
Doubtful.
Oh, no non-aggression. Alright. Really gotta watch out for these guys. I assume at some point they'll be giving us a hard time. And then let's see what our... Okay, so he has the Lord of Nekara, which is kind of nice. Didn't mean to left click that or right click that. He is wrathful. Bonus first infantry plus 10. Okay, I mean it's not great, but whatever. So it's based on a lot of healing. Plus, I really like this spell, the Skull Storm. It's basically a giant tornado of sand and skulls. It's pretty cool. So let's get him into Arkhan's army. And then I want to put Arkhan right here. Right there. We can still recruit, right? Nice. Okay, so we're going to max out the ghouls, max out the bats. Are these guys good against... I can't... I mean, I don't know if... So we're playing Bretonnians, dire wolves... I mean, I want the bats to take out archers. But the dire wolves... They're pretty good about taking down... Yeah, you know what? Just in case they have any, like, mounted yeomen, which the computer does like recruiting early. But then again, that doesn't... I wish I had more archers. 2 archers sucks. Whatever, we're gonna go with it. And then let's... Okay, so this is the Tomb King technology tree. As you see up here, you have pretty powerful lords, so they have special traits. And these are all the dynastic kings. They do cost 200 canopic jars, and you do have to recruit the wisdom of their dynasty. But, you know, if you want a specific dynastic lord, this would be where you would look to see, hey, I want this guy, I want this guy. This guy's pretty good. I mean, nothing wrong with getting more Kemrian war sphinxes, and nothing wrong with increased public order either. But you would have to pay 5,000 gold for this proclamation of the Third Dynasty. Also, as we talked about, the way to increase your hero capacity is to buy it through the research tree. Now, it does cost gold or canopic jars, but it only does take 1 turn, so that's kind of nice. But your research rate does get slowed down the more you research dynasties. So if you're continually researching dynasties instead of sticking with the dynasty you researched, you do wind up getting penalized for that. So just keep that in mind. And then these proclamations are actually really nice too. So you can go through them, say, hey, do I want this? Do I want that? This one's pretty nice because of campaign movement, and it does give you a construction cost reduction to infantry buildings, which I find really useful because Tomb Guard they're not outstanding, but they're pretty good frontline warriors early to mid game, and even somewhat in the late game. Obviously, late game, I'm hoping to have a bunch of constructs. But what we're gonna do... that's pretty good. That's pretty good too. Because income growth and public order buildings are huge for Tomb Kings. But I do like that campaign movement, but it's 5,000 gold anyway, so who cares? This is more important. These researches right here. Okay. Tomb Scorpions. That's what I'm talking about. Tomb Scorpions are, dude, they're so good. But this is Tomb Guard. Okay. Yeah, we might want to go 4th Dynasty. And this one is, yeah, this one's, let's see, so the 6th Dynasty is all about constructs. There's a bug right there, melee attack +5, melee attack +0. They need to fix that. Let's, see, but I already have a Tomb Scorpion, so it would be nice to buff the Tomb Scorpion. And I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be before we get Tomb Guard. Let's go 3rd Dynasty, then we'll go Tomb Scorpion, then we'll probably go straight to 4th Dynasty and buff up our Tomb Guard. This is a tough call. Yeah, you know what? We'll just shoot for more. We'll just hope for more Tomb Scorpions. All right. And I promised to make this video short, and then I ended my turn. So I am a liar. But I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.